Predict your longevity. Longevity isn't just written in your genes, it shows up in how your body performs every day. You don't need expensive lab tests. Just 5 simple home checks can reveal a lot about your future health. Think of them as your body's annual report card. Better to know your score today than be surprised tomorrow. Here are the 5 tests that serve as predictive markers of longevity. Test 1, heart rate recovery. Test 2, single leg stand. Test 3, Cooper test, VO2 max and METs. Test 4, push-ups. Test 5, grip strength. The above tests, high blood pressure also needs to be in focus while doing above tests. Fitness gyans. VO2 max, METs, heart rate recovery, BP control, aerobics, and cardio exercises see what the mirror can't. The fitness metric most lifters never measure may predict more about longevity than how they look. A hard program is not automatically a complete program. What it means. Oxygen delivery. Efficient lungs, capillaries, and blood deliver oxygen where it's needed most. Heart and vascular health. Stronger heart, healthier vessels, lower strain, greater longevity. Why it matters. Cardiorespiratory fitness reflects oxygen delivery, heart efficiency, metabolic resilience, and physiological reserve. Stronger lungs. More oxygen in. Stronger heart. More output with less effort. Better metabolism. More energy, less fatigue. Greater reserve. Handles stress, recovers faster, lives longer. What the evidence shows. In a huge cohort, higher cardiorespiratory fitness was strongly linked with lower all-cause mortality. The lower the fitness, the higher the risk. Every increase in fitness was associated with a meaningful reduction in risk of death. Fitness is protective. Not the same as looking fit. A mirror can show muscle, but it cannot show VO2 max, heart rate recovery, BP control, cardio fitness, aerobic fitness, vascular health, plaque burden, resilience under stress, longevity potential. Muscle is visible. Fitness is measurable. Health is the outcome. The blind spot. You can be highly trained in one dimension and still leave another largely unmeasured. Cardiorespiratory fitness and strength systems need to be balanced and the gaps closed. Build true capacity. What to do? Measure it, know your VO2 max, HRR, BP levels, cardio and aerobic fitness, muscle strength. Track your baseline. Build it deliberately. Zone 2, intervals, volume. Consistency wins. Track what appearance can't tell you or monitor progress. Improve what matters. Bottom line? The lower the risk, the higher the fitness. Train the systems you cannot see. 2 to 3 times lower risk. Higher fitness is linked with significantly lower mortality risk. Live longer. Better fitness today predicts more healthy years tomorrow. Think clearer. More oxygen supports brain health and cognitive function. Perform better. More output. Less fatigue. Better life. Recover faster. Stronger cardiovascular system. Lower stress. Bounce back quicker. Mortality rate ranges from high for those who never measured to low for the elite, who have great fitness. Mortality rate reduces as you train more and more per week. Test 1. Heart Rate Recovery Test. Introduction. It's not just how fast your heart can beat, it also matters how quickly it settles down. Heart rate recovery reflects the health of your heart and nervous system. How to do. Exercise until you're close to your maximum heart rate, then stop and measure your pulse exactly 1 minute later. A drop of 20 to 25 beats per minute is excellent, while less than 12 beats suggests room for improvement. A heart that knows how to relax is one worth keeping. Analysis or prediction. Just based on suggested heart rate recovery figure guidelines, compared to those with a high heart rate recovery. That is, a recovery of 20 to 25 beats per minute. Those with a low heart rate recovery, that is less than 12 beats per minute, were at 4 times more risk of death over a 6-year period. Test 2. Single Leg Stand Test. Introduction. The single leg stand test is one of the simplest yet most powerful indicators of healthy aging. It measures your balance, muscle strength, and coordination, all essential for living a long, independent life. How to do. Stand barefoot on one leg with your arms by your side and try to balance for 10 seconds without support. Repeat with the other leg if needed. Record whether you successfully complete the full 10 seconds. If balancing feels like a circus act, your body may be asking for a little more exercise. Predictions. 20% of people in their early 60s cannot do it. 50% of people in their early 70s cannot do it. By the time people hit their 80s, only about 10% of people can do it. For those who could stand on one leg for 10 seconds unsupported, the chances that they were alive after 7 years was over 90%. If you couldn't, that survival figure dropped to about 65%. That is a huge difference. Cooper test, VO2 max and METs. Introduction. Aerobic fitness is one of the strongest predictors of longevity, and the Cooper test offers an easy way to estimate it without expensive laboratory equipment. It enables calculating VO2 max and metabolic equivalent of tasks, METs. How to do. After a warm-up run, walk briskly, cycle or swim as far as you can in 12 minutes. Record the distance covered and enter it into a free Cooper test calculator to estimate your VO2 maximum. Compare your score with others in your age and sex group. Remember, your legs are a better judge than your smartwatch. Also, you can take Cooper tests using innumerable ways described later. Analysis or prediction. See the Cooper's test chart and graphs that tells you how good is your METs and VO2 max. For men, VO2 max can range from 3 to 76. For women, it can be 3 to 66. 3 is considered heart risk, and those who score the highest numbers would be considered elite, meaning very fit as Superman or Wonder Woman. Association of Cardiorespiratory Fitness with Long-Term Mortality Among Adults Undergoing Exercise Treadmill Testing, JAMA Netw Open. 2018, 1-6, CE 183606. VO2 max calculator. Calculate your VO2 max choosing one of the following options. Cooper 12-minute run, 1.5 mile run, 1 mile run, 2.4 kilometers run, Rockport 1 mile walk, 1.5 mile walk, beat test 20m shuttle, yo-yo intermittent recovery test level 1, Queen's College step test, Harvard step test, YMCA 3-minute step test, a strand rhyming cycle ergometer, YMCA cycle ergometer, resting heart rate method, non-exercise estimator, Bruce treadmill protocol, 6-minute walk test. Reference based on Cooper KH, a means of assessing maximal. Test 4, push-ups. Introduction. Push-ups are more than a measure of upper body strength, balance and coordination. They combine strength, endurance, balance and coordination, making them a surprisingly good predictor of future heart health. How to do. Perform as many continuous push-ups as you can with good technique and count your total. Record the number and compare it with age-based recommendations. Aim first for 10 or more, that's where the biggest health advantage begins. 40 is great, but 10 gets you into the game. Analysis or prediction. Compared to those who could complete less than 10 push-ups, those who could do 40 push-ups had 96% less risk of fatal cardiovascular disease over the next 10 years. Push-up categories are by numbers of push-ups performed during baseline examination. You will notice from the graph is that there is a huge difference between being able to complete more than 10 push-ups and less than 10 push-ups. So it is not the target of 40 push-ups one should focus on. Aim for 10 or more. Pretty much everyone should be able to do more than 10 push-ups. If you can't, you can see the trajectory for you is pretty clear. Test 5. Grip Strength. Introduction. Grip strength is a simple measure that reflects your overall muscle strength and has been repeatedly linked to a longer, healthier life. How to do. Use a hand grip dynamometer and squeeze as hard as you can with each hand. Record your best reading and compare it with age and sex-specific reference charts. A strong handshake won't guarantee success in life, but it certainly won't hurt. Analysis or prediction. Compared to low grip strength, those in the higher categories have more than 50% chance of living longer from any cause over the next 6 to 10 years. The all-cause mortality risk graph shows a downward trend in hazard ratio as grip strength increases. This is an association and not proof that increasing grip strength itself will extend lifespan. However, grip strength may also reflect overall muscle health and physical fitness. Graph shows grip strength relative to age and sex. The highest quartile represents substantially stronger grip than the lowest quartile. The NIH sarcopenia thresholds classify less than 16 kilograms in women and less than 26 kilograms in men as weak. But these are screening thresholds and not a diagnosis by themselves. Blood pressure as a factor. Introduction. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it causes damage long before symptoms appear. Fortunately, it's one of the easiest health risks to measure at home. How to do. Sit quietly for 5 minutes, then measure your blood pressure using a validated home monitor. Take 2 to 3 readings and record the average. Ideally, aim for below 120/80 mm of mercury Hg, or the target recommended by your physician. Your blood pressure should stay low, not your chances of a long life. Analysis or prediction. The risk of heart attack or stroke in the coming years doubles for every 20 mm increase in average reading of mercury Hg over baseline recommended reading.